Another major pathway to economic development is entrepreneurship. And the pioneering spirit of the young entrepreneur has only led to the creation of new jobs, but launched a number of successful enterprises in the music and film industries. Ladies and gentlemen, the Urban League is proud to honor the contribution of music executive and entrepreneur, Chaka Zulu. Now, real story, just quickly. When Chaka's name first came up as the emerging business leader, the question came, you mean like the movie? We were like, no. Chaka has done a great job in terms of managing such artists as Ludacris and others, also having several independent businesses of his own. One that tends to be in the background is now in the foreground, and we present to you Chaka Zulu.
Emerging Business Champion, Chaka Zulu.
As a young person, I knew I had a lot of ideas, a lot of instinct, a lot of intuition, but did not know where to place it. And having a job ultimately gives you a platform to apply some of your thoughts, some of your instincts, some of your ideas. It's important because sometimes people don't know where they can go or where they should go. So if you never, ever get the opportunity to actually work, to actually put in the work, you don't really fully get a chance to learn. You don't get a chance to understand if what you're thinking is actually applicable to something. Then the opportunity of being able to gain confidence in doing, considering myself a part of something that is successful, contributing to something that is greater than me. So jobs do all of that. It gives such a sense of self-worth that even though people get jobs mostly to get a check, the confidence and the attitude that they grow from seeing a person come in a door as an intern and then slowly start to take on more and more responsibilities and then make those responsibilities their own, therefore applying themselves and connecting themselves to their job, therefore giving more of themselves, and that grows them, is an even more amazing transformation than just paying somebody for the work that they've done. People that I studied as a young kid, a young child who I may not have knew how they made their money, but I watched them. And then as I started growing into life and, I went to work for McDonald's or I went to work for Burger King and I learned different business practices from different companies. And then I learned that structure of working in a system and then making my own system. I thank all of those people. I thank anybody who looks at me and sees me first and foremost as a businessman. Sees what I do as real business. You sometimes as a youth who's just doing what you're passionate about, I'm hustling, I'm doing what I'm doing, but ultimately it has business implications. There's somebody making money off of the things that we do. I thank all of the entrepreneurs that have also been mentors to me and are still mentors to me, even if you don't know that you're a mentor. And a lot of you are in this particular room and are being honored tonight. So I thank all of that. I thank my community, ultimately. My community is what made me, and my community is what has supported me, and my community is who I will give back
Celebrating
to.
champions of job creation. Urban League of Greater Atlanta.
Stop, EJ, stop. Okay. Didn't write a speech. Everybody asked me, did I write a speech? I didn't write a speech. I'm not really a speech maker, and this is actually kind of new to me to be on this level of platform and being honored and things like that. So first and foremost, I want to thank the Almighty God and Creator who has brought us all here. And then secondly, would love to thank the Urban League of Greater Atlanta for really bestowing this upon me. And really, to keep it short and really focus on what I think the essence of this award is, and it says the Emerging Business Champion, and providing jobs and opportunities. And as I stated in a little bit of the film there, was that as a translator of the youth, I make a lot of my money in the music and entertainment field, but we've branched off into wine and spirits, and we've branched off into electronics and real estate and restaurants and a lot of things. But as a youth, when you start trying to put your ideas to something, you start trying to connect it to something. We figure giving a job is really about paying somebody, right? But the opportunity is the new currency. The opportunity for youth, when they have so many things going on in their head and so many opportunities and so many things being brought to them as ways of living life and making money, the opportunity to work is the best currency in the world, whether it's from an internship or $5 a week or, whatever it may be. And like I said, it's a confidence building. It's a lot of things. And we've heard a few stories even about, the hardship of having a job and losing a job, or not necessarily approaching your job in its total aspect, where you were passionate about the idea but wasn't passionate about the execution. All of these things is what jobs and what a lot of the people in this room have applied and helped me do. And as a child who's traveled around this country in various different states and lived and moved around, and when it came time for me to settle here in Atlanta, and I really did just started trying to figure out what it was I was gonna do, it just became very important for every single opportunity, whether I was doing it for free, internship, or doing it for the check at the moment. And so I wanna applaud and congratulate everybody in here who's ever given a job to anybody. I think you should give yourselves a round of applause for that. You truly may not know the impact of it because everybody doesn't vocalize and everybody doesn't know how to say thank you in a very eloquent way, but you truly are helping. And whether it's one job or 1,000 jobs or you're giving out 1,000,000 jobs, it is all impactful. And finally, what I would like to say is that I appreciate the fact that there are people that are looking inward in our community, and we're developing and taking the intellectual property and the ideas of our community and translating it around the world. And as a person, again, who translates the movement and the energy of the youth, and I have my son here tonight who's a freshman at CAU, and I'm constantly pushing him. Thank you. And I'm constantly pushing him to try to line his ideas and his passion. The young lady who talked about bacon just talked about her passion, how to make her hobby her career. That's an amazing thing. And everybody's not able to do that. Sometimes you have to make strategic moves to do work as opposed to what you really like to do. But all of it is a part of your process. And if we open our eyes and we learn, and it's not always easy, like we said, you can have successful jobs, lose them, and have to get it back. But if you're passionate and if you stay focused, as well as you're supported by your community, we will all succeed. I do believe that the community is more important than the individual. And so I believe that we should focus on one of that principle and two other principles that I was raised upon, which is collective work and responsibility and cooperative economics. Thank you for this.